I'm not very good with that. So I forget all whatever I need to say, but I will try my best. Anyway, I'm here. Last time I came here in 2017, 5 years ago. This is my second time after 25 years. I wanted to come earlier, but too many things are there, the responsibilities. But Tara's part of my life. Anyway, whatever I speak English, I learn from here. Anyway.
Easy question.
Tell us about your centre.
Yeah, what have you
Tell us about your centre in America. Where do you live?
This is her.
Anyway, I'm here. I'm just on the way to India to visit Gyuto Monastery. And I thought we should just go to see Geshe-la and our members and friends of Tara Institute. So that's why I'm here. I feel very grateful to see you, all of you, and being good friends. I know you, but I forgot your name.
Indeed.
Again, yeah. Many of you cooked lunch, beautiful lunch for Geshe-la for many years, especially again, boy. I only carry your lunch, okay. So anyway, now after 25 years, I left here 25 years ago with two good reasons. Every 2 years, Tara Institute gives me plane tickets to go home, visit my family, monastery. But each time when I visit a monastery, I'm not talking about my family, they're not that important. The monastery is my family. And monastery managers, the abbots, keep asking me to do something here. Because my name was in the list as a Gyuto monk. We have less than 500 monks. And so if you leave, either they will kick you out, or you have to do something, whatever monastery asks to do. But when I was here, I cannot do anything while you are at Tara Institute, or whatever that. I trust, I respect Tara's rule and regulations. If I need to do something or want to do something, maybe in the future, not while I was here. Each time when I visit, I wasn't very happy when I go to see the managers, the abbot, or the monks. They demanded me so many things. Donyo, can you do something? But what can I do? I was a student at that time. And also I didn't speak good English. I didn't have money. But I want to rather do whatever I need to do here at the center here. So after 7 years, then I officially resigned. And Gabe was there. And at that time, Alison was the director, and without my choice, I had to resign from here. And Gabriel was full of tears at that time. Didn't want me to leave. Alison was very happy, and I had a difficulty to mention to Geshe-la, I need to leave. What can I say? Then, of course, I left. But I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to do anything which conflict with the Tara's programs. I may do good things here, but maybe not good for Tara, and also it doesn't look good for me. So I had to leave. Then I decided to move away from here, so we don't see each other. So after here, I went to Europe. First India. Then Europe. I didn't know where I'm going to move and where I'm going to live the rest of my life. At that time I asked Alison, could you please send a letters to those Dharma centers associated with the FMT? So I need a place to live, just stay 1 week. So I didn't have money to stay in the hotels. And then Alison said, where do you want to go? Just Europe. I named some of the cities, like okay, first Singapore, then France, Holland, England, Switzerland, Italy, those beautiful places. I wanted to see where I'm going to be the rest of my life. Then, okay, maybe America as well. Then there are 2 centers in California. Then I was there before. In 1988, I was part of the Gyuto Monks tour, invited by Grateful Dead, the hippies, and the band group, the famous band group. And I know them, but I was not sure where I'm going to be the rest of my life. Then after I finished my tour around the world, that's Europe and that, then I went to America, then I went to Mexico City for 1 month, went back to Italy again, looking for a place without money, but there's a way to do. And that's why I asked centers to help me to stay 1 or 2 days and that. At the end, I decided to stay in California. California is a beautiful place. But Damien knows. I think in this house, I think only the Damien knows how I lived in that place that time. Tiny house. My office was in the garage, really, literally in the 2-car garage. I put the plywood on the ceilings. Otherwise, too hot or too cold in the season, right? And I put two beds in the garage and my office and dining hall all in one place. When Damien visited, I was a little bit, but I didn't know what to do. But he's kind enough to stay with us and share with our difficulties. We lived in that house for 3 years. Each time I had to pay $1,700 rent. I didn't have money to pay, but how? I worked as a busboy, undercover monk. Yeah, really. In the morning, I put my robes on. In the afternoon, put that whatever that the restaurant clothes, and I need put like this or this and all this. Without choice, I didn't like every day to wear those, but no choice. I had to do something, and I wanted to have a Dharma center. And the monastery only sent me 4 months, but the rest I had to take care of everything. Every month, almost I didn't have enough money to pay the rent. Plus other things. I need at least $4,000 per month to run the place. But fortunately, including my busboy things, and also I also work as auto part delivery. Not easy to do these things in the life, especially you not knowing the system in America, not knowing the language, you don't have friends. But I managed. But what is the most important to have that dedication, believe in yourself. One day I can do this, I will do it, otherwise who will, right? 3 years later, I wanted to buy a house, $1 million house. And we have a lot, almost this many members. Everybody's scared. Donyo wants to buy a house, but how is he going to buy a house? Now he's going to follow us. I didn't ask them to, like donations or borrow money. But we have to do something else. There's some potential members there. Based on that, you talk to them individually. Then anyway, I managed to buy $1 million, less than $1 million house within 3 years with the mortgage. 5 years later, I paid half of the mortgage. Exactly 10 years later, I paid $1 million mortgage. Then again, our center is getting smaller and smaller, getting popular. And our place was not far from the Google, Apple, YouTube, Facebook. But doesn't mean anything, right? Doesn't mean anything, but we are their neighbors. So anyway, 10 years later, I wanted to build a real monastery up in the hills. So more people can come, many people can visit us. Then 2013, I bought a like $1.5 million property with cash. But without bank's help. But how? I had $300,000 in the bank, savings last 15 years. But I made an offer that the property right now where we are in, 3 acres of land, large building, like 2 big halls. Maybe I want to say this a little bit more, because you want to know what I've been doing over there, right? When I made an offer, the seller accepted my offer. We only literally in our bank $300,000, but I needed $1 million to get the property. But how? It's a miracle, really. I made an offer. They accepted. Anyways, to keep the story short, they accepted, and they said, okay, tell the monk, show me your bank account within 30 days, $1.5 million. After 30 days, if you cannot show me the $1.5 million in bank statement, we dismiss. From that day, I could not even sleep. Yeah, how can I sleep? They already said yes, and I only had $300,000. I need $1 million. Then what happened was, I went to see police. Can I borrow some money?
Anytime.
Anytime. Dennis, please don't say no. Personal connections. With commitment. I said, just this amount, whatever, minimum 5,000 up to 100,000 for 2 years without interest. Please keep quiet for 2 years. Don't ask me interest. But I will promise to return your money within 2 years. But how? And you said, Donyo, yes, I will lend you some money, but how are you going to pay us back? That's the important part, right? Everybody. Of course, who don't like their own money, okay? It's a hard saving money, right? Saving money. Then I have to say, that San Jose house is our house, paid off. Based on that, it's $1 million house in San Jose. I'm borrowing $1 million from you, not with the bank, not from the bank. Bank doesn't want to talk to us because we are non-profit. We don't have a solid income. There's no point. Within 30 days, I managed to get all $1 million. Plus my this and that. Then we even received, I got more than I needed, and we bought the property within 30 days. Within 2 years, not even 2 years, I sold that San Jose house. It was $750,000, but I wanted to sell with $1 million. And my board member said, my committee member said, Donyo, how did you get that number? Our house worth $1 million. What are you going to say? It was a frame house. And I didn't even have an attached bathroom. Just have one bathroom over there, one bathroom over there. So just ordinary house. Then I said, I want to, no matter what, I want to sell with $1 million. So I have debt. Who cares if you have a debt? That's not worth $1 million. But that's okay, I'm not going to sell otherwise. Then our lawyer said, Donyo, I will help you to sell your house, but I need to see your house. Okay, let's go to see the house. Right there, he said, Donyo, it's not worth $1 million house. You don't even have a piece of a marble in the kitchen, in the bathroom, whatever, right? If you really want to sell with $1 million, it may be better to sell a little bit like $990, something like that. And when people search, people don't see like that, luxury house. I wanted to sell that house $1 million as is. I didn't even want to paint, whether you like or not. I need $1 million for my house. Why? I was so stubborn with that, so stubborn. Board members, one of the board members said, Donyo, don't say that. Nobody will buy our house with $1 million. How did you get that number? My answer was, we lived in that house for 10 years. There are so many members, maybe like you, oh, this is a Lama's house, I will buy for that. People with the faith, the devotion, that's the precious. Yeah. I didn't want to lose that precious, the faith. oh, Lama lived here for 10 years. Maybe if I lived here, may not have any problems. That is the $1 million question. Yeah. Then we sold that in $1 million.
You got it.
We got that house. What can you say? It's really, nobody believed it when I said that. It's a fact. Right. Then, of course, now, right now, I don't mean that I'm here to show you off. Just, you're my friends, part of my life. Just want to share what I've been doing in America. Now, our center is the biggest center in the San Francisco Bay Area. One time, United States government, the State Department, they had a religious conference, San Francisco and New York. And the group from Southeast Asia, like Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, those sort of things, Christians and the Muslims. And after the meeting, they went to see some other places. State Department chose us to go there. Then one time, the State Department, the office called me. We have a guest, international official guest. We're sending our official guests to see you, your temple. I was partly nervous, but partly very happy that somebody recognized us. That's a beautiful center up in the hill. Beautiful. Then I prepared like tea for them, like this. They came with a big limousine bus. Very, very nice. So we are like that, and where we are now. Immigration officers come, they're very happy with what we are doing. Right now, who comes in our place? Of course, Tibetan, definitely, right? Then Americans, Nepalese, Bhutanese, Vietnamese, Chinese. But people often ask me, Donyo, what kind of members you have in your center? And I just made up myself. We have 3 different groups. Comes in different programs, during the different programs. Those I just made up myself, but based on what I see. Americans come here to listen, to learn the Buddhist philosophies. They are not really interested with the pujas and bells, drums, all this, but rather love to come in to learn the Buddhist philosophies and the peace of mind, right? Those are the Americans. Next group is the Vietnamese, Chinese, Bhutanese, those sort of things. They mainly come from when we have High Lama, Geshe, Rinpoche. They ask blessings. Geshe, I have this, I have that, I have all this. For just ask for blessings. Last group is the Tibetans. Well, the Tibetans only come when we have a big party. They don't come for the pujas or the teachings. They think that, we know that puja, we know that the teachings or that sort of things. 3 different groups. But day to day, every 10 minutes, there are 2 or 3 cars. Nowadays, I have to be in the office not 24 hours, but all day long. People visit. Nepalese, all the Hindus, and so many people come here. And I'm very happy, but sometimes very difficult to deal with this. We have 5 resident monks there. I take care of the management of these programs, but the monks take care of the day-to-day pujas and Geshe gives teachings. But we don't have members like here. Now I want to talk a little bit Tara Institute. I think it's important. I think I have a right to say a few things here. Geshe here. Do you know how long Geshe has been here?
38 months.
See? 38 years? And do you know why Geshe has been here that many years? Why?
For us.
Yeah? Yeah. How many members comes to the center every week for programs, teachings? I travel around the world. That's why I mentioned at the beginning. I have a beautiful center there, big hall, 300 people can fit. We have a 70 parking lots in our own property. Who comes there? How many people comes? 15 to 20 people. Yeah. How? Why? Our resident teachers are not consistent. Every 2 years they change. And they lose the connections. Geshe has been here almost 40 years. Yeah. Because of that, members come here. I know Geshe knows you. Doesn't mean Geshe don't have a place to go. Yeah. How many Geshes, Rinpoches built the house in their monastery, bigger than Geshe's room? 2 stories, 10 rooms, hundreds of students. Doesn't mean Geshe cannot do that. He doesn't want to do that. He loves you. Geshe loves you. You love him too. Yeah. Geshe doesn't want to lose any of the Tara members. You may not realize. You travel other centers. How many? Do some research. How many students comes there? They try very hard. Maybe only have 20 members there. They are like nomads among the FMT centers. Even in San Francisco, there's a center called Sechening, very well-known Geshe there. Center cannot even pay their monthly rent. They keep moving around within the city. There's one popular center in Santa Cruz, land of medicine Buddha, you may know. They're almost bankrupt. We have a good connection with them. There's another center called Vajrapani. There's been maybe 50 years. During Lama Yeshe time, they don't even have money to pay their day-to-day expenses. Do you have a problem here? I don't think. Look how beautiful building they have. Look, Geshe and Samdrup, father and son. Look your location. Yeah, you should acknowledge that. Now, up to our members, whether you practice or not, but Geshe has been there that many years. Samdru's been with the Geshe that many years. Without resident teacher consistent for that many years, center is not going to thrive. You will broke, may not even pay your mortgage. People may think that, maybe we need a new teacher, new resident teacher, new Geshe. It's just part of the excitement. These new things. In real life, it doesn't work. I've seen it last 40 years. I've heard it. They cannot even pay their mortgage. Why? They keep changing the ideas, and the ideas not consistent. Geshe and son, some like a father and son. So much devotion to each other, faith in each other. I know you people love Geshe so much. Geshe loves more. That's why Geshe has been that many years. And I know so many people take care of Geshe so well. And I'm very grateful for that. Every day, people go for lunch for Geshe. Geshe knows that. Now, Geshe, see, when he go to India, doesn't have rooms. His own room, I mean. Right? Many Geshes have luxury rooms. Geshe can do that, but he didn't want to do that. He rather focus here, give teachings. He put all his emphasis, put all his energy here to make your life better in your spiritual life. I don't know whether it makes sense or not, whether you believe or not, accept or not. This is what I see. Yeah, yeah. And I'm very thankful for Geshe and the members, how much you take care of Geshe. I don't want to say too much, but otherwise I'm going to cry. Yeah. So now, okay, finish Tara here. Now I'll be going back to India, and nowadays, because now I speak this much English, my English never improved. Anyway, it works okay. And I continue take care of my center over there, called Gyuto Foundation. It's been now 25 years. During that time, I hosted His Holiness the Dalai Lama twice. I took whatever, anyway. And one time in 2007, His Holiness, I was in the Lama's room, and His Holiness said like this. There was a photo everywhere in Google. You can see in Google. If you get any donations, don't just send to the monastery all the time. Help poor people around the monastery. Not whole world, but just at least around the monastery. The poor people, villagers, especially kids, for their educations. We as the refugees, help around the monastery, not just other state or other countries, at least because he knows we cannot do that. Based on that, I started another non-profit organization called Delhi Children's Foundation. Delhi means Tashi Delhi, right? I choose the word Delhi. Delhi means well-being of children foundation. So I started that. Under that program, I have right now I have almost 100 children, Nepalese, Tibetans, Indian, Sri Lankans, Bhutanese. Among them, 40 college students right now in South India, mostly nursing colleges. And I haven't even met most of the students, but except last year I went to see them. Right now, what I'm doing, last year I was in India, and I thought I need to do more. I'm getting old. I cannot do after 10 years anything. So better to do something right now. We don't know what will happen in our next life, even though we say we have a next life, but we don't know, right? So do something better now. So I decided to do 2023 to next 5 years. I'd like to help 100 Himalayan children to become nurses. But mainly help the nursing students. So next 5 years, right now I have like 40 something, but I want to have new students. So I've been doing this, and at the same time I go to village to village to distribute shoes, clothes, school supplies, build toilets, those sort of things. But I don't have much to do. I don't have much to give. But this is how I spend my life back in US. So I have those two organizations. This end of the year, in November, I'm leading another Buddhist pilgrimage, and we call it charity pilgrimage or charity trip. I'm leading another trip to India, about 12 days or 14 days, and right after that, I'm going to set up a vision care camp in central India. I just ordered other day from here actually 500 reading glasses from Taiwan, and someone will go to central Taiwan, and I have a volunteer. Some hospitals. I'm going to have villagers to come to the vision camp, and we check their eyes, help their cataracts, whatever they need. If they need, then we give them the glasses. I choose different village. I don't stick on one place. I don't have just personal connections, but I just want to go village to village, city to city. Last 3 years I did mostly in Nepal, up in the foothills of Mount Everest, where I was born. I didn't really know where I was born, but somewhere there. Now this time I'm going to do this project in India. I was going to say I didn't even know where, I was not sure where I was born, and I didn't even know when I was born. I don't even have my birthday, okay, date of birth, right?
Birth certificate.
Huh?
Birth certificate.
Birth certificate. We never had. And when you grow up, when you start traveling, then you have to have a name, right? I choose the base date. You can guess. 1/1/1961. 61 is true, but 1/1 is fake. 1/1961. So, but I know the day I was born, Pasang. Looks like probably I was born on Friday. That's why I was named as a Pasang. The Pasang lasts only for 12 years. So I became a monk when I was 12. Then right after that, became a Thubten Donyo, given by His Holiness the Lama's senior tutor, Thubten Donyo. Forget Thubten, but I like Thubten Donyo. Why? Donyo has two meanings. Not Donyo. Sounds like American name, but it's supposed to be Donyo. But when you write, it becomes a Donyo. People call me Antonio. Right. Some the Spanish or the Mexican calls me Tony. But in America, I have not. In Australia, before I heard good Donyo. I thought that people were talking about me, but not really, right? But anyway, that's Donyo. Donyo means, you may want to know what that means, right? Don means meaning. You means has meaning. Or meaningful. But do you think I'm meaningful? No, right? But I want to live with my name. That's what I'm about these days. Trying to reflect my name. It's meaningful. But I'm not doing anything. So given by Dalai Lama's tutor, he must have some reason for that. So rest of my life, I want to do some meaningful things. That's why I'm here nowadays. Anyway, this is my story. I'd like to share I brought some flyers about the center over there, and also brought some flyers, and just want to share with you. And one important thing, please, I'm not accepting any gift, any donations. I'm not here to collect donations or gift. You can say hi, but don't give me any donations. Okay? I don't feel good. I heard Tara Institute is very kind enough to organize this tea party, but I don't feel to take your donations, even though for the children, but maybe not this time. So I just want to leave some of my flyers, then you can just read, and you may like, you may not like, but that's okay. So thank you very much, okay? And now I want to take any questions. If you have anything you want to know more, and maybe another 5-10 minutes. Pauline, anything? No?
When you visited the children's school, were they happy to see you?
I don't have a school, but I have children. I sponsor children to go to school. And different places. Last year when I went to Nepal, I went to distributed shoes, 1,000 shoes, 14 different schools, the most remote areas, and 400 uniforms, school supplies, and some places we can even go. That's why I went there. Those children didn't have any opportunities. And we also set up a medical camp with 8 doctors, nurses, yoga teacher, those sort of things for 3 days. During these 3 days, I offer food, lunch, because they come from 2-3 hours from the mountains. There's a free medical camp today, free medicines, but they were hungry. So I set up lunch for them before they go home, that sort of things. Now at the same time, this time I'm going to do in South India. I don't know how much I can do, but I chose 2 different places to do this vision camp.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yes, Julie? Something?
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Yes, that's true. It's an honour to have you here.
I'm very happy to see you all. So, any questions? Otherwise, we can have a tea.
Nice to see you again, Donyo. I was really curious when you were near Facebook and Google and all those tech giants. Did you, or did you go and do meditation classes for them?
You mean those high-tech companies?
Yeah. Sometimes they're into that sort of thing.
They don't really care.
Okay.
There was a center, Sarah J Center. You know, Sarah, you're connected with the Sarah Monastery. Recently, they set up a center in the Bay Area. That head monk, Geshe-la, came just 4 years ago. Just that time, 2017, I handed over the center to our monastery. $3 million assets I handed over to the monastery. I don't need that place. I don't need that big house. what are we going to do when I die? I cannot carry that $3 million, right? It's better to hand it to you and then you can do something. But meanwhile, I can help you how to take care of this. We have 11 toilets, public toilets. I wash them, I stock them. That's why we save that much money. We don't hire anybody. We do it all ourselves. We don't have a time limit. Soon as we get up, soon as I open our eyes, until we go to sleep, that's our job time, work time. How many hours? 14 hours a day, 15 hours a day. Why I said that the Sarah Monastery, they just set up center there. Sarah Ji is big monastery, 5,000 monks. Compared to Gyuto Monastery, only 500, less than 500 monks. They just recently sent the monks and to set up a center. House, just 2-bedroom house, 3-bedroom house, over $1 million. They came to set my center. And that head geisha was in the parking lot, in our property. We have 4,000-5,000 monks at the Sarah Monastery. Thubten Donyo came here 20 years ago. Now he's leaving. Where are our monks been here? No, 3,000 monks or 4,000 monks. What happened to those Sarah monks? Until now. Right? On top of that, when they applied the non-profit organizations, of course, Tara Foundation, they learned maybe probably from me or whatever, but underneath by laws says education center. Education, not religious. Here I don't know, but in the US, if you are under the church, you have so many things you don't need to tell government. You don't need to pay tax, you don't need to file tax, it's free. Now the Saturday, what happened? Their bylaw says education center. That means you're not under the church. It's a regular like business. Why that happened? Somebody told the head monk or the committee, oh, if you set up as an education center, those giant tech companies will give you donations because you're an education center. Can you believe that? Yes or no? Depends who you meet, right? Now what happened? They don't care. Even though you say you are an education center, but you are wearing robes. They don't want to touch with the religious organizations. No way. They go with the politics, not with the religious group. Now what happened that Sarah Center? Every year they have to file tax. Cost you more to file tax. You have to have an accountant. Every single receipt you have to keep it. Then the Geshe-la said, Thubten Donyo, what shall I do? Now you have to live with that. Unless you close the center and apply a new one as under church. Yeah. Wrong direction. But those giant companies, they don't care. But the members, devoted members, like you, they match your donations. If Pauline gives me $1, right? Then you can match. What do you call that? Match donations. But then you have to send a nice letter. Thank you, Pauline, for your donations. She can apply another one. The company match your donations. That's the way you can do it. Even though you are under religious, not big like a nice fancy education center. The company don't care. Big company. So they don't know what to do. They're almost bankrupt again. The center. So anyway, any more questions? Any questions? Anyway, you enjoy your beautiful center here, okay? Beautiful park, beautiful Geshe-la, beautiful translator, beautiful Gompa, so many members. I don't have that like that. Only 10, 15, 20 at most. Okay? And beautiful cookie. Yeah, thank you so much then. Yeah, you don't have